Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure that I speak on behalf of each and every one of you to say a few words about our friend Eric. And my job this evening is to attempt to give an appreciation of Eric Baker and his life. I have spoken with many of you individually, and all have described Eric as a gentleman. But what defines a gentleman in this day and age? Well, Eric Baker was always super polite. He knew his manners, always courteous, always correct, always a model of rectitude. His demeanor and attitude made him easily approachable, friendly, affable. Eric Baker had charm, grace, and style. Eric never had a bad word to say about anybody and was always looking for something positive and uplifting to say. Because, above all, he was a diplomat. Always immaculately groomed and smartly dressed, a model of sartorial elegance. Eric even looked good in denim jeans and an old sweatshirt, sometimes coming to meetings late from another engagement. He's the sort of guy that if he'd have had an allotment, he'd have probably worn a shirt and tie, because it wasn't so much pride as respect for other people and dressing appropriately. Eric Baker loved Speakers Club. He loved public speaking, but also helping, encouraging, and enjoying the progress of other people. Eric was a gifted speaker with a sparkle in his eye, a lovely voice, enthusiasm and warmth, and a lovely smile. He prepared every presentation with meticulous pride and delivered in an effortless style. Always entertaining, always memorable, always enjoyable. A master of his craft. Eric had very strong leadership qualities and was a natural in the chair. He was a diplomat with a strong sense of integrity, formality, fairness, and correctness. This made him a perfect candidate for national president of our organization. The chain of office sat comfortably upon his shoulders, and indeed Eric was comfortable and skilled in the limelight. But for Eric, it really wasn't about him. It wasn't about him at all. It was about the people around him. He loved to encourage and inspire others, to mentor his successors, to watch them flourish and ensure the future success of the organization. Eric had tremendous empathy for the feelings and well-being of others, no matter who they were. And I think this expression sums Eric up. It's nice to be important, but far more important to be nice. After his year in office, which is called in Purda, instead of walking away, he delighted in helping to progress other people to the chair. In particular, our present president, Catherine Williamson, who is his protege. For my own part, ladies and gentlemen, I admired Eric as a man of principle with a strong moral compass. Eric was a man who set a great example for me to emulate, to follow his example, tread in his footsteps. But he did it in his own quiet, dignified way. Eric gave me high standards to admire and emulate. Over the years, I was often invited by Eric to accompany him to meetings all over the place, Coventry, Solihull, Mansfield, all over the place. And we would sit in his beautiful Jaguar car on the cream leather upholstery, driven in luxury, and time spent with him for the evening would invariably leave me feeling enriched and very happy. He made me feel important. He made me feel valued. And he always greeted me as if seeing me was the nicest thing which had happened to him all day. What a nice thing to be able to do. Eric Baker was an extremely dignified man. He was discreet. He was sincere. But you know, Eric was also quite a private man in so many ways. And even though I knew him well for so many, many years, there are aspects of his life that I knew little of, because he was more interested in you than he was of talking about himself. I am reminded of a little verse which always hangs on my study wall, which I rather like. And this reminds me of Eric. And it says, self-control is strength and calmness is mastery. I repeat that. Self-control is strength and calmness is mastery. And I cannot read that little verse without thinking of Eric, because he epitomized the mastery of self-discipline and self-control. In all the years I knew Eric, I marvel at his constancy, the way he always remained cool, calm, and collected. His demeanor always was a model of rectitude. There is so much I'd like to say about Eric, but I must close. I am reminded of Eric Baker's legacy to us all, because he may have gone, but he leaves behind a tremendous legacy. A lovely man, a perfect gentleman, and a very nice friend. Somebody who everybody admired, everybody respected, and we all aspire to follow in his footsteps. A natural leader who inspired, motivated, and encouraged others, and delighted in everybody else's success. I liked Eric Baker very much. Thank you, Eric, for being my friend. Ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are, I would invite you to raise your glass and drink a toast to our friend Eric Baker, gone but never forgotten.